that combustion chamber number. With the head level, we'll grease up a couple of valves and drop them in place. Then screw in the right reach plug. We'll put a little more grease around the combustion chamber and install the plate. After filling the barrette, centered over the hole, we'll fill the combustion chamber till all the air's out. And the barrette verifies the advertised number. Back to the calculator, our deck clearance is 15 thousandths, and we'll enter the most common compressed gasket thickness, 40 thousandths.
That's why we chose a multi-layered steel gasket, because you can order them in 10,000ths increments. And now that we've dialed in our gasket thickness, we can snug down the head so we can determine the correct pushrod length. After a little dicom on the valve tips and 2 of our roller lifters in place in the number 1 cylinder, we can install our pushrod checker and lock down the Summit roller rocker arm. We turn the engine over 2 complete rotations. Next, we can remove the rocker arm and check the sweep pattern. The closer you get it to dead center, the longer valve train parts are going to last. Now you can correct your sweep area by ordering longer or shorter push rods, and Summit Racing can actually turn a custom set around in under 48 hours. Since we got to wait on ours, we're going to get ready on port matching. We're going to be using the gaskets that come set up for these larger 200cc intake runners, and placing them on the head shows that they're pretty close. We just got a little bit of cleanup room to do. But on the other hand, most intake runners actually come small. That way they can be opened up to what you want, and our dual plane high-rise intake is no exception. We've taken it to an area away from the engine. First, putting on a little blue dicom around each runner entry. Then, use bolts to properly locate and hold the gasket. Scribe around the ports. Then, slowly work metal away with a carbide burr. And finish up blending it out to the scribe line. Now, you really need to plan the better part of a day for this job. But when you're done, here's how the intake and gaskets can line up. But when you're going for those big horsepower numbers, that time can be well worth it. But you could still be leaving a lot of power on the table if you don't fit that intake to the heads. So I cut away an intake manifold to show you guys what improper runner alignment looks like. This will cause turbulence and can cost big horsepower. Now the way you can check yours is by lining up the bolt holes. Now if they don't line up, you can correct it by adding an extra gasket to raise it, a thinner gasket to lower it, or in extreme cases, having the intake milled. Now yes, you can just elongate the bolt holes and get the intake to fit. But that misaligned runner can actually cost anywhere from 20 to 50 horsepower. We're going to get these heads off and get them over to the dirty room so we can finish up their cleanup work.